Hey there, YouTube land, and today we are doing an Iron Man trilogy video. Recently, Logan Toxic did a video, part of a channel that he's part of, called Drunken Film School. He talked about the Iron Man trilogy, and well, I'll give my thoughts on that. And as a comic fan and follower of the films and the Marvel movies and stuff like that, the most hated in the series of the Iron Man films has been, well, part 3 so far. And there's a reason for that, which I'll get to in a little bit. But first off, the first Iron Man film is actually pretty good. It's a good start to it. We have Obadiah Stane as the villain. Tony Stark does it is done extremely well by Robert Downey Jr., who'd been having he had some slumps in his career due to some issues involving drugs and stuff like that. But anytime I'd heard anything about Robert Downey Jr., it had always been that basically overall he was a good guy, and it shines through in his movies, and he's a great, fantastic actor. But overall, this was a good start to the Iron Man series. Is it my favorite movie in the Marvels? No, it's not actually. Guardians of the Galaxy is probably my favorite of the Marvel films, but this is the beginning of the Marvel whole franchise thing. Well, the beginning of it, like, to do really well. Of course, we had the Blade movies, which were uber successful, but Iron Man kind of went on a different level, and took a character that you wouldn't have thought would have been their big character, and made it into this like a huge start of a whole new cinematic universe. Because this is where he started getting stuff like Nick Fury and Black Widow and all these characters kind of being weaved into it to go into other movies and franchises and stories. Next up, we had the second Iron Man movie, which is the best of the three, and it pretty much has been, like, by Iron Man fans, has been considered probably one of the best. A lot of people like part one. It's usually up between part one and part two, and which one you like best. But I gotta say, part two just has a little bit more. Of course, you have the character Whiplash, played by Mickey Rourke. Mickey Rourke is a fantastic actor. This is pretty much a one-note character. Whiplash is actually a combination of two separate Marvel villains put together as one. Whiplash, the character in the original comics, was a character you would see a lot in like Marvel team-ups, Spider-Man, stuff like that. It was very much a minor character. So to hear that he was going to be such a major character here was really surprising for a lot of people. It'd be kind of like if they said, like, Iron Man 4 is coming out and Stiltman was going to be the main villain. And if you don't know Stiltman is, don't feel bad, because you got to be a pretty hardcore Marvel fan to understand the greatness of a Stiltman. He is an Iron Man villain, by the way. And part 3, we've got well, we don't got the Mandarin. We have you've seen it by now, so spoiler. The Mandarin is there, and turns out not to be the Mandarin. And now they're saying that's because they actually are going to have the actual Mandarin in a future Iron Man film. Now, here's the thing. The Mandarin is a huge character in Iron Man mythos. He is pretty much the Joker to Tony Stark's Iron Man. And I want to see how big he is. Like, even the 94 cartoon series pretty much focused on, see him right over there, the Mandarin as the main villain throughout the first season especially. And the Mandarin's always been that big, like, really well done character that you wanted to see, like, Iron Man fans and like most Marvel fans wanted to see done well. And then they got Ben Kingsley, which people were kind of not exactly the Oriental actor that you'd use, but okay, after all, Charlie Chan, Mr. Moto, those guys weren't Oriental back, but they did good jobs. So we thought he's an Academy Award-winning actor, fantastic, but they went in a different direction with it. And the character that could have been the Mandarin, and probably should have been shown to be the Mandarin, but does turn out to be the main bad guy, is good. But the Mandarin character is done really, really badly, and the movie suffers for it. The movie does seem overly long, and I'm not even sure how long it is compared to the other ones. It just seemed longer. It dragged. It just did not seem to be well handled. I know that Shane Black did it, but he didn't seem to have a good grasp on the characters, and surprisingly on the pacing for this film, because the pacing just seems to be just a little bit off. And that's all I gotta say about part 3. My 2, 1, and 3. That's the order that I put them in. Now, Iron Man. What do I think? Definitely not the best of the Marvel franchises. It did a great job in like bringing back Marvel and bringing back the Marvel Cinematic Universe. As Logan says, the villains in Iron Man so far have been incredibly weak, and it's a shame because Iron Man has some incredibly strong stories. Uh, the Armor Wars was an incredibly well done storyline. The Demon and Bottle storyline, stuff like that. Some of it's going to be kind of hard to transfer over. But it'll be interesting to see what they do with Iron Man from now. It seems like they're coasting a lot on Robert Downey Jr.'s overall charm to keep these films going afloat. And if Robert Downey Jr. ever decides he wants to go, and there's some talks about it, they're really going to have to put some strong effort into if they recast this, into really, really like knocking down a good story for Iron Man, because they cannot coast on Robert Downey Jr.'s charms forever. Lord knows, one Thor movie coasting on Loki was good. Thor 2, yeah, then you had to suddenly realize, you got to put more meat to those bones, or people are just going to stop coming. And it showed when they made movies like Guardians of the Galaxy, movies that actually had some reverence to them. Winter Soldier, another great Marvel film. But anyway, check out Logan Toxic's channel, and Logan Toxic did a video on and he also did the Drunken Film School, where he did this one review with it's a collab channel between him and another YouTuber. So that's my thoughts on Iron Man trilogy. Leroy Green asked me to give basically my response, because I used to do responses to these videos a lot. So thanks a lot, guys. Hope that that's what Leroy wanted. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. And for me right now, it's time for tea. And I was going to move some stuff, but I realized that my better half took the key to the apartment. We only have one key, so I can't move anything until she gets back.